Okay, so the first thing that some of you might want to know is how to get to the course. So some of you may have found it, some may not have. So I'm going to show you how to get to the course. So let me share my screen. And I'm going to do that. Share. And then do that. Okay, can you see that screen?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm going to log in as a fake student into the McEwen portal. But I waited too long. So I had this set up too far in advance. So let me just redo that. Okay, so this course is not being offered in Blackboard. Instead, it's being offered in what we call Mescanas, which is McEwen's name for Moodle. So McEwen is moving to Moodle, and this is one of the first courses to be offered in that new platform. So the way you get to it is you log into the portal, you go to My Courses, which brings up a page that will show you any of your Blackboard courses, but it will also show you your courses in Mescanas. You should be able to do that and find MGTS107, either section SB1, SB02, or SB96, OP97. One of those should show up for you. So that's the easiest way for you to get to the course. I will take questions, but I'm going to ask you to hold them until the end so that I can kind of get through the material, and then I will take all the questions. So I'm going to load up a presentation here, and I'm going to start that up. Okay, so this is the course we're talking about today. So first question, can I use my Mac? So this course is based on Office 365. So the absolute smoothest way to get through the whole course is with a PC using Office 365, which you can download from the portal. So everyone has access to that. The simulations are based on Office 365 for a PC. And most of the videos are based on Office 365 for a PC as well. The second smoothest path is to use a Mac, and you can get just as high a grade. So Office 365 for Mac is almost identical to that of the PC, and all of the assignments and exams can be done on a Mac. However, let me give you a couple of cautions. A Chromebook will not work, and an iPad or device like that, even though you can get Microsoft Office for it, it's not really the same Microsoft Office. So those are not appropriate computers. So as I said, we're not using Blackboard. We're using something called Pascuawi Mostos Mescanas, which means Buffalo Trail or Bison Path. So this is a name that was gifted to us by our Indigenous knowledge keepers, and we can just call it Mescanas for short. So I just showed you that you can go through the portal, go to support and My Courses. So you should be able to get to the course like that. Okay, in terms of communication, emailing instructors is usually a good way to get in touch with them. I try to respond to emails quickly, and I try to get to the point quickly as well. When you send emails to your instructors, please observe the following. Type in a proper subject line, use upper and lower case letters, use punctuation, use please and thank you, and spell check it. So we're trying to treat email as a higher form of communication than texting. So don't use the letter U when you mean the word you, spell it out, those kinds of things. So when you send an email from Mescanas using something in there called quick mail, it basically goes from you in Mescanas to your instructor. So my email address ends with mcewen.ca. Then if I reply to you, it will go to your Gmail, which is mymcewen.ca, and we could reply back and forth like that. So that's the best way to get in touch with me. If it's an emergency, like if you're an online student and you're stuck in an exam where you can't find the exam or some other technical issue, then you can call me, and the number is in the course outline where you can reach me in an emergency. But don't call me to say, did you get my assignment? That's not an emergency. Thanks. So I really enjoyed teaching this course. I hope that will show. The overall goal of the course is that you become very comfortable using Word, Excel, PowerPoint, file management, and the computer in general, with an emphasis on Excel. Excel is sort of the meat patty on the burger. It's the most important part of the burger if the course was a burger. So we spend quite a bit of time, and quite a few of the marks in the course are weighted on Excel. So some expectations: academic dishonesty or academic integrity. You need to do your own work. If a friend says, I didn't have time to do the assignment, can I borrow your file? Just say no. If someone offers you their file, you need to say no. Don't even give the starting file to your friend, because the way the files work in this course, they are all kind of invisibly tagged with and coded to you when you download them. So if you pass them on to somebody else or they pass theirs on to you, it gets flagged and I can tell who the two participants are. So don't pass your files to anybody. Don't give them access to your computer so that we could have file complications that way. And there are no group assignments in the course. So if you want to sit side by side and work on something, that's acceptable as long as you are still working on your own file, but don't pass files back and forth. And sadly, almost every semester I turn in students for academic dishonesty, so don't let that be you, because we have to have awkward conversations and that's no fun for anybody. So a good start is to purchase MyLab IT from the McEwen bookstore. It's about $100. It comes with instructions, but I don't want you to use the instructions in the package. Instead, I want you to go to the setup assignment and use those instructions. So the setup assignment, if I just go back to here for a moment. So this is how it looks if I'm a student. So here's the course. There's some navigation on the left, but basically the course is set up in these topics. They each expand out and back. So if you open up Setup and Practice, you will see some details about me, the course outline, the course map, and the first assignment that is due on January 11th, called the Setup assignment. So if we go into that, you will see that there are files to download for if we were working in a lab, which we are not at the moment. So that one's kind of irrelevant, but there are setup instructions for Mac and for Windows 10 in there. So, and I just realized, I think I should also have instructions in there for Windows 11. Some of you are probably running that. So I'll do that once this meeting is over. So all the details are in there. If I open the setup assignment, you can have a look. Let's just see how that. So if I move that into this window, it's very step-by-step. I tried to make it quite complete and quite accurate. If you notice any mistakes, by all means, let me know, because some of this is a moving target. Sometimes browsers change, Microsoft Office sometimes changes on the fly, and my instructions can be out of date even if I updated them quite recently. So let me know if there's any errors and I will fix them. Okay, back to here. So as I said, the setup assignment is worth 1%. Then there's something called a practice assignment, and that's basically to teach you the mechanics of downloading something from Mescanas, working on it, and then uploading it, just so that when you get to an exam, you understand the mechanics of it. You're not struggling with that when you should be concentrating on the content of the exam, not the mechanics of downloading and uploading the file. Then there's a couple of videos to watch, all of which are detailed in the course. Again, if I go back to the course for a moment, if I go back to here, you should be able to see these upcoming events. So this will help to keep you on track over at the right. And there is also a calendar that you can get to by clicking here that has all of the significant items in here. Some of these are just little pieces of text to remind you, because the actual assignment maybe lives in my lab, and some of them are actual assignments, but they're all kind of clickable, and you can figure out what you need to be doing in the course. Okay, back to here. So upcoming items that are worth marks. There's in a week or week and a half, there's something called the file management capstone that you can find in Mescanas in the topic called file management. There's followed with a file management exam. You can see what portion of the course they are worth. Each of those is worth 5%. There's something called a MyLab Best Practices quiz worth 1%. And all of the course assignments are already available in Mescanas and in MyLab IT. The only things that are not available at the moment are the exams, which will be available on the exact exam day. So you can get busy with the course, you can work ahead, but you do need to be in front of your computer on exam days. And we'll see for the face-to-face students whether we are actually in class at that time, depending on health risks and COVID at that time. The course outline, just back there for a moment. The course outline is under the setup topic in Mescanas, if you're looking for that. There's just a screen, but I've been back and forth to that screen a few times, so I didn't really need to include it in the PowerPoint. And that's all I have for you. I wanted to get in and do it and get out. So I will go back to here and I will stop sharing. So I will take any questions that you have. So go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a question, and I will try to answer them.
So, hello?
Hello.
Sure, let's go with Jacob for a start.
So is this recording going to be posted on Mescanas or whatever it's called right after this?
Yeah, I'll post it as quickly as I can.
Okay, so no Blackboard at all, right?
We're not using Blackboard at all. That's right.
All right, got it. Thanks.
Okay. Other questions?
MyLab IT is it a separate program?
Yes, it's a product of Pearson. So basically there are links in Mescanas to take you to MyLab IT, and quite a bit of the course is done in there. A majority of the course is done in MyLab IT, yes.
Okay, cool.
Other questions?
if we want to send you an email, we have to use the other system, and you can just do it directly from McEwen email?
It's helpful to me if you do create the message in Mescanas, because then it automatically gets tagged with what section you are in. I don't have to go hunting for you in the different sections. So I would prefer that you do that, but it's not a deal breaker if you just emailed me directly.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, my laptop runs on Chrome OS, so is there a different way that I have to do the setup for that, or?
Yeah, you can't run, to my knowledge, you can't run Microsoft Office on a Chromebook. And this whole course is based on Microsoft Office.
Does it use like the simulations? Because you can run like the web browser version, just not like the actual software.
Yeah, the web browser versions are not going to have all of the features that you need.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
I'll just
sorry about that.
stop then.
Do you prefer to be called by first or last name in emails and all that?
You can call me whatever you're comfortable with. I'm a little bit partial to Emperor, but I'm not stuck on that. So you can call me Randy or Professor or Mr. Jenny or whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, sounds good.
I have a question.
Sure.
Will most of our like meetings like for these 2 weeks that we're online, it's gonna be here on Zoom?
Well, I'm not planning to have any more meetings. So this is not going to be kind of a show up on Tuesday and Thursday at a specific time. The course is all set up to run online and kind of self-paced and self-governed by students. So if you get stuck, my pattern has been, if you send me an email, I will either answer your question quickly in an email, or I'll say, how about if we have a quick video chat, if it's going to need some back and forth, and then I just help people kind of one-on-one to get unstuck and move forward in the course. So it's not kind of I'm going to do an online lecture except for today.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay?
Excuse me?
Yes.
So do we actually, let's say like on the 21st, we get to go back to McEwen. Do we have regular class schedules or no?
I'm not the person who makes that call, so I'm going to wait until we get some further direction from the president of McEwen.
Oh,
And
sorry.
If
That wasn't really my question.
sorry.
That wasn't my question.
Okay.
No,
Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
asking, so you said there may not be any lectures for the next couple weeks, but once we get back onto campus, will we have class schedules? And how do we know if we're in SB 02 or SB 01?
You can check whatever, you can check your My Student system to find out which section you registered in. So SB 01 starts at 9:30, goes till just before 11, and I might have those backwards. So you should check your timetable. I just know that the two of them run back to back. One's 9:30 to 11, the other's 11 till 12:30. So if we are back on campus, then we would meet in the classroom. I believe it's 5266, and we would meet at that time.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Other questions?
Excuse me. Oh, yeah. I would like to know something. This class is just an online course, or you're
Well,
waiting for the back? Because I mean, I thought
if you are registered in one of the courses that are numbered 90 something, then it is purely an online course. So if your section number is, I don't have the section numbers in front of me right this moment, but if it's 90 something, then it's purely online. If it's 01 or 02, those courses were supposed to be face-to-face, and we've just shifted them online, hopefully temporarily. Does that answer your question?
Yes, that was it. It's because I'm an international student and I am not in Canada. So for that, the classes were all online.
Right. The 96 and 97 courses are completely online. Yes. Other questions?
Hi, Emperor, Randy. So I just want to know whether like Office 365 is should we buy it or is it like
No, you don't have to buy it. In the setup assignment, I give you instructions for where to download it. Basically, you're going to download it from the McEwen portal for free.
okay, no, I already have Excel, PowerPoint, and Word on my Mac currently. Do I need to get the older the versions that's given by the course or
I would suggest, just to make sure you are using the most current versions, I would suggest removing the ones you have on your Mac and downloading the ones from the portal. If you think your versions are completely up to date and you'd rather not do that, I will leave that up to you, but sometimes that causes problems if people are using versions that are too far out of date.
okay, thank you. I will look into that. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Other questions?
Hi.
Yes.
For the book, for the e-text, is it only the book that we use, or is there online homework with it?
There isn't really a book. There is an e-text, although most students end up not even using the e-text because the simulations and what we call graders and some of my videos are sufficient to learn the material and get through the course. But there is an e-text inside my lab if you choose to make use of it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Other questions?
Hi, so on the book list of the McEwen bookstore, I saw
Yep.
that there's a My Pearson e-text, so that we really don't need to buy it, right? We can just use it on the website that you provided for us.
Yeah, now that confuses me because I've been to the McEwen bookstore, and if you look up MGTS 107, I think you just buy, there's only one thing to buy, and it's not an e-text. So just buy MyLab IT for somewhere around $100, and that's all you need for the course. And the e-text will become available once you register in MyLab.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw it on the my lab IT with Pearson e-text, and then it says $100. So then I was thinking
Okay.
if you need to buy it, yeah.
Okay, so it just says with e-text, so maybe that's just the wording that they chose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
but
you.
that sounds like the correct thing. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions?
So we can buy my lab from McEwen bookstore or from the Pearson website too, right?
You can buy it from the Pearson website, but I think the McEwen price is better. And where people sometimes miss out, they find this price on the Pearson site and they think, oh, that's cheaper. And then there's buyer's remorse because they find out those prices were in US funds. And so once the conversion kicks in, it actually costs them more, I think, through the Pearson website than through McEwen.
Okay, okay. I look into that and will buy it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Hi. Yeah, I just got in here. Just from 10:40 to 11. I don't know if anybody else was having this problem, but it was saying that the meeting was at capacity, so I wasn't able to join.
Oh, okay. I apologize for that. I'm using a free version of Zoom. So of course I'm stuck at the 45-minute limit and maybe a capacity of students. What I can do is I will post this video once the meeting is over, or if you wanted to send me an email or have a quick video conference afterwards, we could do either of those.
Okay, yeah, just posting the video would be good. Thank you.
Okay, great. Any other questions?
Sorry, for Blackboard, are you gonna unlock because it says not currently available for the actual courses?
Right. You may have joined late because the course
Yeah.
is not available in Blackboard. It's in something called Mescanas. So if you go to my portal, support, my courses, you'll find it in there.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Because Zoom is going to cut me off in a few minutes, and I'd like to end gracefully rather than having it just cut us off in mid-sentence. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Do you know how often the lectures are?
There are no lectures.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Any other questions? Let me.
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead. Yep. Go
I
ahead.
think I'm still confused.
I didn't catch
Sorry, my intro. Oh, can you hear now?
It's a little choppy, but I can hear you somewhat.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm still a little bit confused about my student lab. I mean, I buy that because I need it for. I mean, I don't know.
I'm not getting enough of your voice to understand the question. So maybe we could have a separate conversation after the meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where can we get the course link for the MyLab?
You buy MyLab from the McEwen bookstore,
Okay.
and the instructions to set it up are in the setup assignment.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay, well, maybe I will stop recording, and if you need some additional help, you could call me. I could put my number in the chat, or you could email me. Let's see, can I add to the chat? Okay, I'm going to stop recording now.